I am Hitendra Ghosh, Chief Sound Mixing Engineer here. I will talk about sound. I know about there is direction, there is photography, there is editing, there is screenplay, all that. But I'll talk about the sound. See, in these recent times, many students or many boys are interested because they keep on seeing films which are not Hindi films but Hollywood films. And so there is an influence, and when they see, there is an influence of sound coming into their mind because there is a lot of play in the sound. As because of the equipment which we used to have earlier has improved a lot, and the sound has become digital now. Earlier it was not. So the sound is sounding much better these days in films. So many students are interested in how they do it, what is happening. I want to do it. So where do they learn all this? They have to be an institute where they can learn under, just like you have learn science and you do B.Sc in science. Like that, if you have a course where we are making them learn about sound recording in films, and they can be given a degree or a diploma, whatever it comes. So that with that they can proceed, they can go ahead with that, and that can be made a career, a new career, and they can depend on that. Now, because sound is going to be a major job, people can easily take that job. So there will be a lot of job opportunities. So institute is definitely a good idea to have an institute to make them learn how sound is done in films. So in sound में क्या हो रहा है कि उनको करना तो है, पर उनको मालूम नहीं है कि क्या कैसे करें, किधर जाए. They have to be an institute. Now, this institute will teach them how to record sound, how to what is the designing of sound. They usually see the film and they don't. They only appreciate, but they don't know how it has been done. So that the institute will teach them. So that is a very good idea. And I want students who are really passionate about sound. They should only join. See, it's not a job opportunity. So people who are not interested in sound or direction or film that way, they should not go for this. There are other areas. But now it is good that new jobs are coming for them, and new careers also. Earlier in my time, if we had to do school ke baad, we had only two choices: either go for medicine, doctor bano, ya फिर engineer. There was no third. But now after so many years ke baad, there are so many openings now. So a person who is interested in films, and they should go in this kind of institute, get their training, and then they will definitely do well in it. Start with, they should see lot of films, maybe not Hindi films, or they should see Hollywood films or some other countries. Czechoslovakia, France, these are Russian films. If they see, and when they are seeing the film, I would like them to hear the sound. They will be seeing the film definitely, but their attitude should be to see what kind of a sound they are using. What is the difference in the quality of that sound? And the same situation is there in Russian film, where they have used the same sound in a different way. So they must find out what are the different sounds which are coming into their ears, and how the director or the sound designer has played, because the situations are same more or less in every film, but the sound, the music, and they have to be interested in music also. Music is one thing which they have to be. If you are doing any sound in films, you have to be not a musician, but music sense. And other thing which is the aesthetic of this. Like, for example, if there is a romantic scene, there is a music going on and the dialogues are going on, but the hero or heroine is walking. There are footsteps also. But aesthetically, if you put the footstep, it will sound noisy, because that time people want to concentrate on these two characters' voices, what they are saying, and how the music is emphasizing that portion. They don't like to hear the footsteps. What my point is, that all these students of sound, they should have an aesthetic sense in them. Whatever the scenes, like if there is a fight sequence, so the audience should get excited. So how do we introduce that in the film? Through the sound. How do we do it? By keeping the sound levels a little high. Like if you see in Hindi films, our blow sound in the fight is quite high. Yeah. So, but because of that high volume, the audiences, are very excited about that, and and usually what happens is that these fights are coming in the climax of the film. So by then the audiences already have got a impression of the villain. Suppose there is a villain. So audience should say मार सन को, मार सन. तो वो मार सन को वो कैसे आएगा? If I have the sound a little higher and the blow sound is there, so the whole thing, so they will get excited. When they hear that sound, they will say, हाँ इसको अभी लग रहा है ना, हीरो अभी मार रहा है. This kind of character, hero ka character, is built through the sound only. Like for example, Amitabh Bachchan, when he talks, all the other characters don't look so impressive. His voice is impressive. I don't say that he doesn't have a good voice, but he has a voice. But what we do is we make his voice louder than the other characters, so that when the audience is seeing, he is saying, yeah, this is a hero. His voice is saying truth. So it is not a balance that I'm talking to you. We both are talking the same level. But if suppose I'm Amitabh Bachchan, so I'll be speaking much, not louder, but very bassy, and the character which needs that kind. Students who are interested in films and who are interested in sound, they should join this new institute which has come up. It's called SIFF, 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 and they can contact a website called siff.com, and I would prefer they'll be interested in that, and it will be good experience for them.